My name is Pusnam Yuri. Welcome to this channel. I am a personal development trainer. I teach leaders the secret of personal development. Before I move on, I will request that you subscribe to this channel so that you will be one of the first to receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. In this video, I want to talk to you about why the civil service job is not helping us and how it is rendering us, weak economically. Employment, if you go to work, let's assume you go to work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It means in 30 days, you are working for 240 hours. You are receiving a salary for 240 hours of work. That means if you work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for 30 days. And how can that take you out of poverty? How can that make you strong economically? How can you take care of all your expenses with that? Some are receiving 50,000 for 240 hours of work. Some are receiving 80, 100, 150, 200. I don't know how much you're receiving. But if you are receiving a salary for working from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for 30 days, it means that salary is for 240 hours of hard work, probably. But an entrepreneur who is a good speaker, who is having the platform to share his knowledge for 30 minutes, 1 hour, probably is receiving 1 million, 1.5, 2.5, depending on his or her value. What is the difference between the entrepreneur and the employee? You should answer that for yourself. And the second way the civil service is harming us is this. Parents, only they work for many years, they retire, and their children cannot continue from where they will stop. Let's assume you are retiring as a director and your son is joining the civil service. He cannot continue from where you will stop. He is moving backward to start a fresh journey. It means your father worked for 35 years, retired. You join, you move backward. You work for 35 years, probably you have retired. Your son has joined. He has also moved backward. He's going to work for 35 years, depending on his age, and he too will retire. You see, it is very important for us to think about this thing. If we want to have generational, access to sustainability, then my advice to you is this. It is important for us to start our companies. It's important for us to convert our talents into companies, into products and services. If you have a company, you are going to probably work for 40 years. Your son can take over from 40 years and take it to 80 years. Your grandson will take it over from his father or mother and take it to 120. This is the only way we can have sustainability. I am not saying that the civil service work is bad. What I'm saying is this is a starting point. If you are working as a civil servant, don't rely on it until after 35 years, and then they retire you and ask you to leave. You can have it as a starting point. Work for some years, but after that, you should start thinking of building what you can own. Start thinking of building what your children can take over from you. Because there was a time I went to my state and I saw elderly people who were very active, some many years ago, retired. They were not looking strong. They were not looking satisfied. If you go there, you see them looking frustrated. Please, my dear friend, please, we should think about this thing. If you travel abroad, you will see that many people are entrepreneurs out there. They are creating flourishing companies, flourishing organizations, and many of them are handing over these organizations to their children, and their children handing these organizations over to their grandchildren. That's why The Bible says a wise person leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So let us not allow the civil service to tie us down for 35 years. We can start from there, but after some years, we can leave and create what we can own and create what we can hand over to our children. If we don't do that, we will only be recycling poverty in Africa. We will only be recycling weak people in Africa, people who are depending on the government 100% for their salaries. And before they collect the salaries, expensive have already swallowed up the value of the salary. Please think about this. It is time for you to convert your experiences, your lessons, your talent into products and services and start flourishing organizations, flourishing companies that you can hand over to your children and your children can hand over to their children. If you do that, the Bible calls you a wise person because a wise person leaves an inheritance for his children's children. My name is Pusanam Yuri. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.